Let's talk about ghosting, because it's very difficult to talk about sex advice for seniors without talking about the difficulties of finding somebody to be intimate with and neglecting the aspect of ghosting, which is when you've been communicating with somebody, things seem to be going well. Maybe you've actually had a date and you thought it went well. Maybe you've even slept with them and you thought it went well. And then you suddenly don't hear from them again. And my friend Tina, who runs a TikTok channel called Tina Goes Dating, she recently was talking about the number of dates she had, sort of did a summation of her last year. And one of the things she mentioned was the aspect of ghosting and the number of times she's been ghosted and the fact that she started to get used to it. But do you know what? I can tell you that one really never gets used to being ghosted, because being ghosted is just unkind. It's rude, and it just shows a lack of respect, in my view. Doing the right thing is about being able to stand up and say, this isn't going to work for me, or I was really just not getting the vibe, or things have changed in my life and, I'm not going to be able to see you anymore. Whatever it happens to be, just be clear about it so that both of you can then move on. But ghosting is about lack of closure. It's about just leaving that other person hanging, wondering what they did, what went wrong, without even having the, communicating and then just getting no feedback whatsoever. It's just frankly horrible and rude, and nobody ever gets over it. I can't believe that. Sure, it becomes easier when it happens with some degree of frequency, but doesn't mean that we like it. And I think as grown-ups, we owe it to each other, to the people that we interact with, to just let them know when things aren't going the way that we had hoped. On the flip side, I have stopped speaking to people myself, and that's usually when I've told them that things aren't going to work out, and they just persist in getting in contact with me, even though I've been very clear about what it is that I'm looking for, and they just won't accept no. And in that case, I do start to just stop communicating with them, because I feel in that way, that's my act of kindness, rather than just telling them to F off. So, all I'm saying is respect each other. If things aren't going the way you planned, rather than ghosting somebody, just let them down gently. I think that's the decent thing to do, don't you?